In the heart of the Forest of Bowland, an area of outstanding natural beauty, adjoining an ancient deer park where medieval kings of England once hunted for sport, lies a magnificent historic estate. This impressive Grade 1 listed Tudor hall has been adapted by each generation that has lived here. The intriguing mix of old and new makes Browsholme a hidden gem just waiting to be discovered. It's open to visitors every Wednesday from May to October, but also for groups and coach parties throughout the year by arrangement, including a very special fortnight before Christmas.
Good morning and welcome to Browsholme Hall.
Visitors are often welcomed by a member of the Parker family.
For those of you who don't know, I'm Robert Parker, and Browsholme has been our family home since it was built in 1507.
Visitors can see much of the house and will discover many family treasures. There is fine 16th century furniture, coats of armour, portraits, Chinese porcelain, and even a fragment of a zeppelin. The hall is the earliest antiquarian interior in England, virtually unchanged since 1805. The walls are lined with arms and armour from the English Civil War. Amongst the treasures to be found here is a peg tankard said to have been in use since about the reign of Edward III.
This is a cane peg tankard that has been in the family for some 500 years. And if you look down the spine, there's little pegs holding the tankard together. And that's how you get the expression, taking somebody down a peg or two, as you drank down from one peg to the next and handed it along to your friend.
The elegant Regency drawing room is the principal stateroom of the house. It was created when the West Wing was rebuilt in 1805. The furniture is mainly from the Regency period. There are some marvellous period paintings by artists including James Northcote and Pompeo Battoni, and a pastel of Oliver Cromwell by Sir Peter Lely.
During the Civil Wars, Edward Parker was quite astute in that he secured letters of protection from both the Royalist and the Parliamentarian army, allowing Browsholme to survive during those troubled times.
The Regency dining room has an 18-foot dining table by Gillow of Lancaster and a portrait of the last keeper of the Royal Forest, Robert Shaw, who died in 1807, aged 88. This dining room is still used for Sunday and high day occasions, even though the kitchen is 70 yards away in the East Wing. The library is lined with Jacobean panelling and features family portraits of Edward and Robert Parker by the Preston artist Arthur Devis, alongside Edward's sister Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Parker lived here in the middle to late 18th century, and she scandalised local society by marrying her cousin. She kept a unique record of her life in the little handwritten diaries we have, where she details all the day-to-day events and everything to do with her arguments and her marriages, and that is a record of life in the 18th century in rural England. Tuesday, May 16th. I received a letter from my own dear Robin Parker, who writes very respectfully, says he wants money. Poor lad has but one poor sixpence in his pocket, and that he and my own dear John are both well.
The main oak staircase dates to 1650 and features a unique window, a jigsaw of medieval stained glass pieces originating from Warley Abbey and Skipwith near York. The ancient fragments of glass date from 1290, and this unique montage shows the mythical Green Man, a wild boar, and the Red Rose of Lancaster. The yellow bedroom was designed by the estate carpenter Richard Alston in 1890 and shows exquisite oak carving and the linen fold on the bed where visitors will recognise the family crest of the 3 deer heads. The final room on the tour, the oak drawing room, is the finest room and used daily by the family. The 1700 panelling is of a Grinling Gibbon style, said to have taken 7 years to complete. It's the family's favourite room and includes these exceptional chairs by Hepplewhite from 1740 and a copy of Holbein's painting of Sir Thomas More. Here is the best view across the picturesque park to the eye-catcher, an arch originally from Ingleton Hall. Visitors can explore the gardens and 25 acres of parkland, including the lakes and the wilderness. With all day to explore the house and grounds, visitors have plenty of time to visit Browsholme's tea room in the 17th century tithe barn, which recently has been carefully restored, preserving many of the original features. The tea room serves locally grown fresh seasonal produce. The tithe barn is a popular venue for weddings and private functions in the hall, its gardens and parkland being the perfect exclusive and romantic setting.
Browsholme's a wonderful place to have a wedding because there is so much that can be used. You've got the barn with its simplicity, and you've got the grandeur of the hall, complete flexibility on how you want to run your day, whether it's a civil ceremony, a wedding breakfast, an outside party, everything you want.
Browsholme is a fantastic example of the past and the present living happily together.
Last year we won the Sustainable Tourism Award in Lancashire and were nominated to go through to the Visit England finals. We're part of the community, we employ local people, we look after the environment, we look after the biodiversity, we plant, and it's about keeping Browsholme going and keeping Browsholme in the community for another 500 years.
It is a true family home, and the family are doing a huge amount to try and keep the continuity going, to make sure it's a wonderful place to live and a wonderful place for visitors to enjoy.